Xin chào thầy, em là Phương Trinh thì em tới đây có một cái câu hỏi em rất là thắc mắc. Đó là khi em học giải mã giấc mơ và ngôn ngữ biểu tượng thì em thấy những cái ý nghĩa giấc mơ và biểu tượng nó giúp cho mình có rất là nhiều kiến thức và mình cảm thấy rất là thấu hiểu về bản thân mình. Nhưng mà ở trong đời sống thực tế đối với người dân Việt Nam thì khi mà nói về giấc mơ và ngôn ngữ biểu tượng thì mọi người lại thường hay nghĩ tới số đề. Và mỗi cái hình ảnh hay một cái biểu tượng mà mọi người nhận trong giấc mơ hoặc là đời sống hàng ngày thì mọi người lại liên hệ đó để chơi số đề, và hình như là có rất nhiều người thắng bởi chơi cái số đề thông qua những cái giấc mơ hoặc là biểu tượng. Và vì vậy người ta có những cái con số, ví dụ như số 35 là con dê, hay là một cái con số nào đó trong một cái hình ảnh nào đó họ nhận được. Thì thầy có thể giải thích về cái mối liên hệ này về giấc mơ, ngôn ngữ biểu tượng và tại sao nó liên quan tới game này hay không ạ?
Yes. When we start to use dreams, we discover like a child the power in all its capacities. So definitely the universe can decide, because we begin and they want us to discover, experiment. So they can give very precise information about numbers, like you mentioned, and a form of codes that can be done, etc. But we need to be very, very careful, because we can be completely misled by dreams, because the universe at the beginning, they can make a person lucky just to answer the desire, but eventually they can switch like this, and they can start to not respond with the right answers anymore. It is a force of wisdom that is beyond anything that we can understand. And it is forces with dreams to develop qualities and not to play the lottery. Even if, yes, it's very possible, and I know from experience that we can have precise information about absolutely anything. We can know if gold or if the stock exchange will go up and down. We can know many, many things can be revealed in dreams. So sometimes the universe can trigger like a movement like this of gambling that is now prohibited, and can be also misled by people because they use that, and they use the naivety of people, and they use spirituality, spiritual powers to mix with the desire of people, so they can manipulate them. And this is very wrong to do this. It creates a lot of karma. Like I mentioned, they can make you win for a certain period of time, and then suddenly the universe unplug, and then you lose and lose and lose and lose. Gamblers, they always go through this process, and they have all form of superstitions, and then they will use superstition. They can go completely crazy with that to gain more or to take risk, and they can lie to their mother, steal money to the grandpa, and play with the mortgage of the house, gamble everything. They can gamble their life. At the beginning, it came with like a social statue, a wish to become rich, and it becomes like an obsession with time. Gamblers, they can become completely sick. And mixing this with spirituality, with dreams, this can be very weird, to be honest. And the universe will sooner or later give big lessons to these people. So that's why these people, they can sometimes win and lose a lot. They win, they lose, they win, they lose, and with time, you are often in troubles with this. So I understand why it can be there, and it will be more and more also like this, because we see people using now, if you go on internet, you will see they're trying techniques of lucid dreaming. So the spirits and the can tell them what to do to win, and to gain powers or to and this is nourishing the ego. If we don't have the right spiritual knowledge, spirituality can become very dangerous because it can become extremist, and people can start to do things that are, out of their mind and not right, because they can think that they are a superhero, or they think they are Buddha, or they think they are Jesus, and they go on crazy cycles. And lucid dreaming is also done in techniques where you try to control, to get what you want. But you have to have a lot of respect for the universe. And yes, the universe can give you abundance, can give access to privileged information, definitely. But this is normally something we receive at the end of the process. And at the beginning, we should wish to develop qualities, and we should be very careful, because opening the spiritual dimension with the wrong knowledge can create schizophrenia, can create bipolarities and psychosis that are very, very intense. And you can start also to hear voices, to have intrusive thoughts that we talk now more and more, because you have opened the universe, and then your memories can start to interfere with your potential. So that's why, this is a very important question, and I'm glad that we are sharing about this, because maybe some people will watch this and they will be warned to be careful. And at the same time, I don't want to say that it's not possible, because I know the power of dreams. I know that you can have information, the stock exchange, very precise, or this cryptocurrency will go in 3 years from now, will be there. You can have information in a way that is beyond anything that we can imagine. And myself, I've had many, many, many dreams when I was a hermit, studying this possibility that, of what we can do. I was seeing the many things, about this stock exchange will go up and down for this market and this and that. And I was not even using it. I was just exploring, and I was like a monk in dedication of my spiritual awakening and journey. But I was learning, and I know it's true. I know it works. And I know we can use this information if we have the authorization from the universe. Unless it's like stealing from others. You take from people where it is not supposed to be there for you. So that's why we need to ask, the more we have powers, the more we need to be responsible. It's like when we are the mayor of a city, or we are like someone important in societies, with companies, you have responsibilities. You're not just rich to be rich, you're supposed to be right. Because if you're not right with money and power, you create a lot of karmas that eventually your next life will be very poor and very, very difficult. So that's very important to understand responsibilities. And those who are using gambling, using dreams to influence others, and I am absolutely sure that, they are wrong often more than they are right, with the numbers they can have, with the symbols and the calculations that they are doing with this kind of horoscope. So that's why I say to all the audience now here in Vietnam and around the world, be very careful with gambling. It can bring obsessions. And if you mix your spirituality, and some people say, okay, but if I win a big amount, I'm going to help the poor people, and I'm going to build an orphanage. But most of the time, when they become rich, they do zero. They forget their promise. It's just the ego that creates something good in them. So to feel, and as soon as they become rich, they are more insecure than before, because they need a lot of money to buy a big house and a big this and big that, and suddenly they are as they were before. So money comes with wisdom normally. There's nothing wrong with money. Money is a forces. It's an energy. You can be the richest person in the world, and you can do good things, and you can be in a dharma, and you can do great things for humanity. So, and you can do the opposite. Money is it depends on your intention and what you do in the world of action.